The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Jago Castro. Northern Luzon is currently experiencing the effects of Typhoon Egay while it traverses the region. Ilocos Norte was placed under a state of calamity on Wednesday following severe flooding and powerful winds. Ilocos Norte Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office told Radio 5 that so far over 1,900 individuals have been evacuated from affected areas. The province also preemptively shut off their power supply as Egay's winds knocked down electric posts. Meanwhile, a brighter morning welcomed Cagayan following the onslaught of Egay. No casualties have been recorded in the province so far. However, some 16,000 residents remain displaced. 8 towns are still without electricity since Tuesday. Meanwhile, Egay caused another landslide in Brooks Point, Baguio City on Wednesday night. There were no fatalities or injuries, but 2 houses collapsed. 8 families have been evacuated to the barangay hall. The typhoon's strong wind also felled trees throughout the city. And in Bontoc, 1 person died in a landslide on Wednesday. Bontoc Mayor Jerome Tudlong told News 5 that main roads in and out of the city is impassable due to landslides and rock falls. As for the latest on Egay, the typhoon continues to weaken over the Luzon Strait. Pag-asa last spotted its center some 195 kilometers west of Basco, Batanes, with winds of up to 150 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 185 kph. Egay is seen to continue moving northwestward or north-northwestward. It may exit the Philippine area of responsibility this morning or afternoon. Signal number 2 is still raised over Batanes, Cagayan, Apayao, Kalinga, Abra, Ilocos Norte, and northern and central portions of Ilocos Sur. Meanwhile, Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Mountain Province, Ifugao, and Benguet are now under signal number 1. Also included are the rest of Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, Aurora, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, and northern portion of Zambales. The Weather Bureau warns of heavy rainfall over several areas today until tomorrow afternoon, particularly in Ilocos provinces, La Union, Pangasinan, and parts of Abra and Benguet. The habagat enhanced by Egay will also continue to bring rains over the western portions of central and southern Luzon. Aside from Egay and the habagat, Pag-asa is also monitoring a new low-pressure area outside PAR, located 1,800 kilometers east of northern Mindanao. This does not have a direct effect on the country yet, but there's a strong chance that it will enter PAR and intensify into a tropical cyclone in the coming days. It will then be named Falcon, the 6th tropical cyclone this year and the 3rd just this month. 2 dams in Luzon have begun spewing out water as heavy rains cause a rapid rise in their water levels. As of this morning, the Ambuclao Dam in Benguet has opened 8 gates by 5 meters. Ambuclao's water level has climbed over 751 meters after rising by 5 meters overnight. The current water level is now close to the dam's normal level of 752 meters. 6 gates at the Binga Dam have also been opened by 5.5 meters, while 1 gate saw a 0.3 opening. The dam saw a 6-meter rise in its water level, which has been measured close to its 575-meter normal water level. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. President Bongbong Marcos meets with Malaysian King Al Sultan Abdullah and the country's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. On Wednesday, King Abdullah and Queen Aziza held a welcoming ceremony for Marcos at the Istana Negara or National Palace. There, Marcos was given a 21-gun salute. Marcos and the Malaysian King also held a ceremonial tree planting at the palace compound to mark the Philippine President's visit. After that, Marcos had a bilateral meeting with Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, where the two countries affirmed stronger ties. Marcos said he and Anwar agreed to convene the next Philippine-Malaysia Joint Commission meeting sometime in October. The chief executive said this will be an avenue for agencies to discuss areas like transnational crime, agriculture, and the halal industry. Marcos and Anwar also agreed to enhance the two nations' trade ties.
I made a expression of gratitude to the Prime Minister and as well to the King earlier today, a expression of gratitude for all the help that we have received from Malaysia in southern Philippines. It has been an important part of whatever success that we might enjoy today.
Senators are mulling over raising the issue on the West Philippine Sea to the United Nations General Assembly. Senate President Mig Zubiri has agreed to a caucus prompted by Senator Alan Cayetano. The meeting will be private and will include Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo, as well as Presidential Advisor on West Philippine Sea, Andres Centino. Cayetano had earlier blocked a proposal from Senator Risa Hontiveros to call out China's aggressions in the area. Recall that Cayetano was also DFA Secretary under former President Rodrigo Duterte, a staunch Chinese ally. The caucus will be held on July 31. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 10:30 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.